Rabotai, we are in an amazing topic of atzlanut, of laziness. And I want to tell you a thing about it. Sometimes a person has excuses, and because he's lazy, he came up with the excuse. You understand? Really, the excuse doesn't exist. But the guy is so lazy that now he has an excuse. I'll give you an example. Now he gives you an example over here. So they tell him, by the way, there's another lazy man, Rav Ba'ir, the rabbis in the city. Lech mo Torah. Go learn Torah from the rabbi. He tells them, these streets are very dangerous streets. They're very dangerous. How are you going to walk out in such a streets like this? Who knows? Is he going to get hurt, not get hurt? I'm not walking in these streets. It's crazy. This thing. No, he's very, very close. He's right in your community. You have to walk. You don't have to walk the dangerous street. He says, go. And he tells him, no, I'm scared if I go this. And every time he has an excuse. He says, oh, by the way, he's living right next door. Oh, I'm scared. It's dangerous to walk outside my house even. Every time he has an excuse. And then finally they say, he's in your house. The rabbi's in your house in one of the rooms. He tells them, no, if I go to his room, the door will be locked. So I never have to come back. It's not worth it for me. No, the door is open. Petuchahi. The basof at the end, he doesn't know how to answer. He says, if the door is open, the door is locked, I don't care. I need to sleep a little bit more. I need my rest. So he writes over here that what? Ad matay atzel tishkav. How much is a lazy man going to sleep? Matay takum mishenatecha. When are you going to wake up? A lot of times a person is lazy. He doesn't know how to break it. One of the ways of breaking laziness is, like the Mislagi Hashem says, hachitzoniyut ma'et et ha'penimut. Mit'oreret et ha'penimut. What does that mean? Mit'oreret et ha'penimut. What does it mean? The outside will lift up the inside, meaning to say will wake up the inside. Meaning, person's lazy. Oh, go downstairs, get me a bottle of water. Yeah. You can't, you're tired, you're not in the mood, you're this, you're that. You do it anyway. Okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to move. It'll waken up the inside not to be lazy. Just do it anyway. You ever hear of a comment? Just do it and do it and do it. Just do it. Keep on doing it, and eventually you'll break it. Keep on doing it, and eventually you'll break it. He says sometimes the guy is so lazy that he can't even eat his food. Oh, could you feed it for me? I'm too lazy to pick up the fork and put it in my mouth. Could you feed me? It's like that's how lazy a person can get, right? Right. He says sometimes a person, he's in his younger years, he could have learned, come learn Torah. Now he's already 90 years old. Now he says, okay, now I want to learn Torah. Now he got so lazy of doing that. It's very hard for the 90-year-old now to go. Sometimes it'll be even easier. And he says, I have nothing to do, let me learn Torah. But sometimes a person is trying to say a yesod. You wanted to do something. Imagine when you're young, you don't do it. Imagine when you get older, how are you going to act when you do it? You know what I'm saying? There's never ever any, there's never any giving up hope. You can always do it. But he's just not, it's going to be much harder. It's much harder. It's not as easy as you ask any older guy. Oh, what is the first thing you do? Do when you're young. Whatever you want to do when you're young. Why? Says because when a person gets older, there's things that hold you back. You can't do this anymore. You can't do that anymore. The guy can't walk as fast anymore. He slows down a bit. I was with an 85-year-old once, and he was eating by one relative of mine. And he's 85. He looks very healthy, very good, very everything. He was like put together. And when he walked out of the house, I walked him out, and he's telling me, you should just know I'm 85 years old. And I feel I'm ebbing. My strength is ebbing. I feel a little bit ebbing. So what do you mean? So I used to walk from here to there, to there, to there. Now, I know my limits. It's like, wow. He says, he's telling me, therefore, when you're young, do what you got to do. Steig away. Learn Torah. Do your thing. Before you get too old. And then, therefore, it'll be your dreams that you wanted to accomplish, you can never accomplish. Do it when you're younger. Do it when you know what I'm saying? Don't wait until 85, 90 to fulfill your dream. Now, it's never too late, but it's never be the same. 85 years old, you know what 85 years old is not? It's not the same strength that you have when you're when you're 70 and you're 60 and you don't have that same strength when you're 85, 90. All right? Let's not kid ourselves over here. Sometimes you'll have an exception, sometimes, once in a while. I saw one of the Chachamim, Chacham Kassin, Chacham Shaul Kassin. He used to be in Jersey. I used to see him. He was fire. You walk with him and this, that. Baruch Hashem, he had his strength till he passed away. But he had his strength till very late in age. He had his strength. It was like amazing to see. But even then, the last year was like, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. You're 90-something years old. What do you know? At the end of the day, do it when you have the strength. Do it when you're younger. Now I'm talking about younger. I'm talking about younger. It could be 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. You just keep on doing what you're doing. You have your strength. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing. Before, then it gets too hard. You don't want to postpone that much. Now, you don't want to postpone at all, I should say. He says, Moshe Rabbeinu quotes a pasuk in Devarim, and it says, the Torah is very close to you. It says, very in your reach. It says, don't think it's too far. Oh, I can't do it. I can't happen it. There's a very famous story with Eliyahu Navi. Eliyahu Navi saw a fisherman, and the fisherman, he asked him. He says, this is brought down in Sefer Taneh Eliyahu. And I read it there. It said over there that there was a fisherman, and Eliyahu Navi asked him, no, what do you do? What do you do? He says, I'm a fisherman. He says, oh, very nice. Do you learn any Torah? He says, I don't learn no Torah. You don't learn no Torah, nothing. He says, why don't you learn Torah? He says, because I don't have the wisdom to learn Torah. He says, what do you mean you don't have the wisdom to that? And he quotes him this pasuk. What are you talking about? The pasuk says, it's very close to you. He says, no, you don't understand. He says, oh, but you're a fisherman. He says, yes. He says, how do you trap the fish? He says, no, you have to have a net. He says, who makes the net? I make the net. How do you make the net? And he starts telling him, I go like this, and I tweave it this way, and I tweave it that way, and I make sure, because if you don't tweave it like this, then what happens? The fish can go out of the hole. So Eliyahu Navi says, so you have a mind, you have a sechel, you have da'at, you have knowledge in order to go fishing and how to trap fish, but you think that you don't have the knowledge to learn Torah. Use that same knowledge that God gave you for the fishermen how to fish. Use it and sit down and learn the Torah. You hear what he said? That's what he was telling him. He says, why? Because this is fishing. Torah is kikarov elecha davar meod bepicha v'lo lasato. You can fulfill the Torah. Don't sell yourself short. A lot of times in life, you see a guy, he has dreams and hopes. I want to do this and I want to do that. A lot of times you see guys in the yeshiva, wow, I was with this guy, he's telling me I want to be Gadol Ador. 10 years, 20 years after yeshiva, you be Gadol Ador? No, I'm not. Why? The Yetzirah plays with the guy, he tries to minimize his hopes and his dreams. There was one time a guy, he came to Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel from the Mir Yeshiva. Zecher Tzadik V'Yosh Bracha. He was 73, I believe. The guy was 73. It's brought down in his book, in the biography of Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel. It's amazing. It says over there that there was a 73-year-old man. He came to him and asked him, he says, I think it was 70 maybe, for his 70th birthday, he wanted to finish a Masechet. So he's sitting down with him. He says, you have a plan? He says, yeah. He says, okay, write me a plan. How are you going to fit it? And let me see. So he wrote him a plan. For his 70th birthday, he's going to finish this. 70th birthday, boom, he writes a plan, he gives it to Rosh Yeshiva. He takes the Rosh Yeshiva, this is a plan? This is a plan? He says, yeah, well. He says, no. I'm not talking about a plan to finish a Masechet. I want a plan from you to finish the whole entire Torah. He says, Rabbi, finish the whole... You have to dream big. You have to dream big. You can't dream small. Oh, I want to finish one Masechet. No, you want to finish the whole Torah. So he says, Yeshiva, you're being very serious? Come back to me with a plan how you're going to finish the whole entire Torah. The whole Torah. So he goes back home. He tells his wife, this is what the Rosh Yeshiva told me to do. By the way, this is all written in the biography. I could bring it to you tomorrow. Bezrat Hashem, I could show you. So he says, He says, Rosh Yeshiva wants me to make a plan and this. He's sitting there for literally a week, making a plan every day, how much he's going to learn and this and that. A week. How he's going to finish the whole Torah. He comes to the Rosh Yeshiva after a week with a whole booklet, gives it down to the Rosh Yeshiva, and Rosh Yeshiva sees a whole booklet. And he says, how's he going to do it? And this and that. He's going to finish Tanakh, and he's going to finish Shas, and he's going to finish it Be'iyun, and he's going to do the Shonim, and he's going to He says, She says, this is a plan. This is a plan. He says, Rosh Yeshiva, you know how long it'll take me? He says, how long? He said, if I do this plan, it'll take me 23 years. So she says, so? By then you'll be 93 years old, big deal. So it's not now. You'll be 93, you'll finish it. But this is a plan. That's what he's trying to say. You can do it. You can make a plan and do it. But a person has to plan out. How is he going to do it? Plan it out. I'm going to do this hour, that hour, this hour, this time. It's not too late. Oh, no, I can never. Don't dream big. How do you think the Rosh Yeshiva of Nosson Finkel got the biggest yeshiva in the world? No, Mir Yeshiva. No, let's not kid ourselves. Mir Yeshiva has a few thousand of Talmidim. You ever go there? You ever walk just nearby the yeshiva? I was there many times. Many times. Just walking by. You get Kedusha just walking by the way. You get Kedusha just walking by. You know? Even to have a pizza next to the Mir Yeshiva is kedai. Just walk around just to see, wow. Amazing yeshiva guys going out, going in, guys holding the Gemara back and forth. It's amazing. Thousands of yeshiva guys, right? And it's not one place, you have different places and this and that. How did he do it? He dreamt big. He just had a dream. And he dreamt big. And that's how all the great men, they did it. All the great chachamim, whatever it is, they just dreamt big. So this is what's going to be, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to dream big. One of the greatest, Rabbi told you, the Panovich Yeshiva. Panovich Yeshiva was in Rabbi Yosef Kahneman, right? What happened was, he finished, was right in the end of the Holocaust. And he bought a massive land in Bnei Brak, near Bnei Brak over there. Massive land. He said, I just put a down payment and a mortgage, I have a mortgage. And he's saying, people looking at him, what are you doing? The Holocaust. The Nazis, Yamach Shemam, they're next to Egypt. They're coming in 1 minute. They'll wipe you all out. And now you're saying you're building it. What are you doing over there? He said, I'm going to build a yeshiva over there. They thought he was wild. They thought he lost his, what's going on, Rabbi? He says, no. You build. Got to build. And guess what? That plot of land, he built the Panovich Yeshiva. Panovich, you ever heard of Panovich Yeshiva? He built the Panovich Yeshiva. How? He said, this is what I'm doing. This is what's happening. He dreamt big. You know what it is? From Nosson Finkel, how do you do? He dreamt big. He dreamt big. I'm going to make the biggest yeshiva. I got more people. He kept on adding more yeshivot, more buildings. And that's the way he did it. And that's what Moshe Rabbeinu is telling you. Ki karov elecha davar meod. The Torah is very close to you. Let's not kid ourselves. The Torah is very close to you. Says, just try. Just try. Do your best. Do your thing. Learn from these great chachamim. Rabbi Finkel, when he told them, this is a plan, he said to the guy, make a plan. Dream big. What's your plan? And this is the great lesson here we learned today. Hashem, remember this lesson. Dream big. Don't be lazy. Torah is close by. Have a plan, and you'll see your great success.